parents thought. They brought their children to the land of the free. Little did they know how our struggles would be. When I was 3 years old, I came from Pakistan to Canada with my family and grew up as that young immigrant Muslim kid. Parents never had much. We struggled a lot. And my family and I grew a lot from that in terms of resiliency, in terms of coming together. But at the same time, it was a difficult process for me. There was a lot of challenges that came with that. And I feel like those challenges have really made me who I am. I think coming to Canada definitely came with prejudice towards me and my family. Definitely came with people not having a lot of knowledge about our community, about Muslims and about South Asians. You know, when you're a Muslim kid, a brown kid like myself, you don't see yourself in media. You don't see yourself on TV. You don't see yourself in literature, in children's books. You know, you grow up always feeling like you're the odd one out. So you always have this anxiety about yourself, like, I guess I'm just really not good enough. And so showing things like your culture, showing things like your identity or your faith become things that actually induce anxiety. Back in high school, I was dealing with a lot of stuff, you know, trying to fit in, trying to figure out who I am, my identity. Writing has always been something that's helped me through that. You know, being able to put my thoughts on a piece of paper and a pencil, take the trauma and transform it into art. And I think just being able to do that through poetry, through spoken word, through sharing stories, there's nothing that I would trade in the world for that. We get told to go back home, go back home. This is home. Isn't this the land of the free, where there's respect for one another, whoever we may be, where we embrace differences between you and me? If only we could agree.
I was the only Muslim and non-white employee. All the staff was in the lunchroom having coffee break. All of a sudden, TV was there, and then we see one plane crash, another plane crash.
So I remember the people who used to be so friendly with me tried to avoid looking me in the eye and, like, you know, as if I was not there. And that kind of, you know, made me feel very inferior and like I didn't do it.
Do you feel like in the 20, 25 years, almost 30 years you guys have been here, that you've seen things progress and change?
Things have changed. People people are educating themselves about Islam, about South Asian people, like what are our values, what we eat, how we live. I think people have learned a lot about Islam, and they don't fear Muslims as much as they used to do.
I feel like I've really come to terms with my identity, with who I am as a Muslim, as a South Asian, as a creator, as a poet, and being able to build a community around that. And so the things that I write about are things that people can relate to, you know, but it's not really about me as much as it's about showing other people that it is possible, that you can be a brown-skinned South Asian Muslim creative and have a voice and have a platform and be recognized. Because there's a whole bunch of kids that look like me, that grew up like me in my circumstances, that don't always have that hero or person to look up to. But if I can be that for just one kid with my platform, with my words, with my art, with my recognition, then it's better for it. And I hope I can continue to do that. It's time to see the truth beneath the lies. We are so much more than what people realize. And one thing I've learned in this life that I live, it takes strength to fight others, but more strength to forgive. Sometimes the struggles that make us fall can help us stand up together.